Hi mga cordates, it's me Sir Yong and welcome back to my channel. So in this video, we are going to discuss what is an ecosystem and what are estuaries, and this topic is requested by Sir Daniel Raw. Hi sir. An ecosystem is a community of living and non-living things interacting together. So the branch of science that studies what occurs in the ecosystem is called ecology. The ecosystem is composed of biotic factors, which are the living things or an organisms in the ecosystem, and abiotic factors or a non-living factors in the ecosystem that contribute to promote life in that area. It may be a big region like a rainforest or an ocean, but it can be also a small such as a tree or a rock. Take the forest as an example. So the biotic factors that found in the forest are the plants, the animals, and the organisms living in the forest, while the abiotic factors are the sunlight, the temperature, the amount of water, and air. Each organism plays a particular role in the ecosystem, so it is called niche of the organisms. So for example, in a small farm, so the grass provides the food to the cow, while the cow provides the meat and the milk to the humans. However, the dog being a pet is not its niche because it is not the natural role of the dog in the ecosystem. So always remember that an ecosystem is a community in which the living things or the biotic factors interact to the non-living things or the abiotic factors. So the example of the biotic factors are the plants, the animals, and the other organisms living in that particular ecosystem, and the example of the abiotic factors are the sunlight, temperature, the amount of water, and the air. So take a close look in this picture. So this place is represented as the estuarine environment, which may be found in one of the provinces in the Philippines. Ilog River estuary is found in the Negros Occidental. So sir, what is an estuary? So what kind of ecosystem is an estuary? How does it form? What benefits do we get in the estuarine habitats? What do you think are the living things may be found living in it? These are some of the questions you may ask about estuaries. So for you to find out, just keep on watching. An estuary is an ecosystem formed where the river enters to the ocean in such a way that there is a significant mixing of the freshwater river and the sea water. In simple words, it is a wetland where the rivers meet the seas. It is partly enclosed coastal body of a brackish water with one or more river or streams flowing into it, and with free connection to the open sea. When fresh water meets the salt water of the sea, the result is brackish water that support a high diversity of life. The Philippine waters have some of the world's richest ecosystems. So the estuaries is the richest of the ecosystems. Does this place look familiar to you? If you have been to Palawan, for sure you did not miss visiting the underground river in Puerto Princesa City. With that, you have experienced exploring this wonder of the world while riding on a boat. So, what can you say about the magnificent creation of God? It is one of the most popular estuaries that country can take pride of. So, products that are produced from the estuary are a big contributor to the aquatic industries in the country. Some of these are the scallops or the kabibe, the clams or the halaan, and the oysters. So, na-mention natin kanina ang brackish water. So, sabi nga, brackish water are the results of mixing of fresh water and a salt water. Brackish water have low salinity compared to the waters of the sea and the ocean. Ano yung salinity, sir? So, the salinity refers to the amount of this salt in the water. Fresh water has no salt, while the ocean has quite a bit. Salinity has a scale that we use to measure the salt of the water. This scale is always starts at 0 and continue to past 100. The units are measured in parts per thousands. So this means that a part of the salt for every 1,000 parts of the water. Fresh water has 0 ppt or no parts of salt per 1,000 parts of water. Ocean water, on the other hand, has a salinity of 35 ppt or 35 parts of salts per 1,000 of parts of water. Estuaries are divided into 5 major types depending on how they form. So the classification is based on the geographical features. First is the coastal plain estuaries. So they are created or formed when the sea levels rise and fall in existing river valleys. The Chesapeake Bay in Maryland and the Narragansett Bay in Rhode Island are examples of the coastal plain estuaries, where once river valleys. Second is the bar-built estuary. So it is formed when a lagoon or a bay is protected from a ocean currents and leaves the coastal areas by a sandbar or a built islands. Third is the delta system estuary. So when the river flow is restricted by the delta, an estuary may form. Deltas are formed on the mouth of a large river from the sediments or silt depositing instead of being washed away by the currents and waves. Fourth is tectonic estuaries. So this is the result of a major crack or a rifting apart of the earth crust that caused by the earthquake. That's why meron pong tectonic estuaries. Fifth is the fjord estuary. So they are the U-shaped valleys that are formed or created by the glacial action. So the glacial bay in Alaska is an example of fjord estuary. So the major estuaries in the Philippines are the following: Baboyan Channel in Cagayan, Balsahan Estuary, Balsahan River, Iwahig Penal Colony in Puerto Princesa City, Silac River in La Union, Calawag Bay in Calawag, Davao Gulf in Agusan, Guimaras Strait in Halwar, Lingayen Gulf in Agno, Pangasinan, Manila Bay or Pampanga River or the Pasig River, Panay Bay in Hilabangan, Panay Island, San Miguel Bay in Bicol, Sorsogon Bay in Pili, Cadacan, Subic Bay in Pampanga. So there are several species of animals and plants found in the estuaries, such as the mud skipper, mud crab, mud lobster, purple pincher crab, half-beak, shrimp, bakawang lalaki, and a firefly mangrove. Let's proceed now to the importance of the estuaries. So the estuaries is both beautiful and ecological bountiful. Their natural expanses provide habitats for a wide range of plants and animal species. Estuaries are the meeting place of the sea water and salt water. The sheltered waters, abundance of food, lack of predatory fish, provides the vital habitat of many fish species in the estuary. However, because of rich diversity of animals in the estuary, it is good for a fishing site. So, increase of human activities in the estuary may has a great risk of the estuary to destroy. Another concern of the estuary ecosystem is eutrophication, which is the increase of mineral deposits in the estuary because of the erosion, pollution, and other factors. And that is an ecosystem and an estuary. So I hope you've learned a lot on this video, and if you like this video, don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell for the updates. Goodbye mga Cordates, and see you sa ating next vlog.